Welcome to the bottom of the rabbit hole. Salute to all the Matrixologists tuning in. You are always appreciated. In this video, we're going to take a look at all the actors connected to the Matrix 4 and then speculate what roles they could be playing based on the bits and pieces of information that are out there. So if this is your first time down here, or you want to know everything about the Matrix universe, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss out on any future updates. IMDb.com has a section posted for the cast of The Matrix 4. Let's get the obvious stuff out of the way. We know Keanu Reeves, Carrie-Anne Moss, and Jada Pinkett Smith will be returning to their original roles as Neo, Trinity, and Niobe. Both Carrie-Anne Moss and Keanu Reeves were spotted on location during the San Francisco shoots. Keanu Reeves is seen wearing his long hair and beard. Matrix 4 writer David Mitchell also revealed that 20 years has passed and made no mention of time travel. As always, I'll leave links to all the reference videos in the description box. In the studio trailer photo leak video, we also saw that Neo and Trinity will have scenes with what appears to be their blue pill names. We also know that Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss are already on location in Berlin, and I suspect that any other actors who were spotted in both California and Germany will be getting plenty of screen time. That said, I haven't seen much Matrix-related information with regard to Jada Pinkett Smith. No photo evidence that she was on set in San Francisco that I've seen. I don't expect her to have a major role or a ton of screen time, but it was reported that she would be involved early on. It has also been confirmed that Lambert Wilson is signed on to return as the Merovingian. He initially had a schedule conflict that was reportedly worked out. So far, I haven't seen anything in regard to actress Monica Bellucci returning as his wife, and she isn't on this list. However, it wouldn't surprise me at all if she was returning for a quick cameo as well. The new actors entering the Matrix is where we truly step into the unknown. Of course, the disclaimer here is that Project Ice Cream details have been mostly kept secret, and there is no real way to know who will be playing which role. It is certainly possible, and even most likely, that the new actors will be playing all new characters. But I thought it would be fun to assign actors that are new to the Matrix franchise, characters from different previously existing areas of the Matrix universe, to see what might fit. Let's start with Jonathan Groff, known most notably for his Disney performances and for his character in Glee. Groff has also played Agent Holden Ford in the show Mindhunter. Due to his previous agent experience, I will put him down as a potential Agent Gray. For those of you who don't know, Agent Gray was the mission controller for the Machinist in the Matrix Online. While he may not necessarily enjoy working with humans, he didn't have the same hatred that Agent Smith had for humanity, which would fit Groff's style. Next, we have actress Priyanka Chopra, former Miss World 2000 and Bollywood star, who also has experience from her previous role as FBI agent Alex Parrish in the Quantico series. She also plays a villain in the 2017 Baywatch movie, which might be the reason why some speculate she could be replacing the Merovingian's wife in the Matrix 4. Personally, I'm not in that camp. When I factor in the foreshadowing of Neo's return by Sati and the Oracle at the end of Matrix Revolutions, combined with Matrix 4 writer David Mitchell confirming that 20 years has passed in the story, my guess is that Priyanka Chopra will be playing the adult version of Sati in the Matrix 4. I also found this tweet that says, quote, Queen Latifah and Matrix 4 co-stars Yahya Abdul-Mateen II and Jessica Henwick are now following at Priyanka Chopra on Instagram. Now, there has been no official announcement stating that Queen Latifah is signed on for the Matrix 4, but should she end up playing the Oracle's new shell, remember where you heard it first. And sure, it is all totally circumstantial, but Queen Latifah also posted an ad on her Instagram that is sponsored by a German-based company. Just saying. For the sake of coincidence, Priyanka Chopra, Queen Latifah, and Neil Patrick Harris were all spotted at last year's US Open in September of 2019, just a few weeks after The Matrix 4 was announced. Speaking of Neil Patrick Harris, he is also on this list, and he is one of the few actors who was spotted in both San Francisco and Berlin, which might suggest that he is going to be getting a lot of screen time in The Matrix 4. During the San Francisco shoot, there was an awful lot of helicopter footage, which you can check out in the footage leak compilation videos here on this channel. I'll leave links to all the compilation videos in the description box. The black helicopter, chaos, and overall militarized theme of those action sequences immediately made me think of the General from The Matrix Online. For anybody who doesn't know that character, I discuss the General's storyline details in the Matrix Online Explained video. Of course, there is no concrete evidence to suggest that Neil Patrick Harris is playing a hero, villain, or neutral character in between, and he certainly has the range to play any one of those characters or all three. However, the General did have a decent sized role in the Matrix Online, and Neil Patrick Harris does have experience wearing a high-ranking uniform, so for the sake of this video, I'm going to stick with my original prediction of the General. Actress Ellen Hallman confirmed her presence abroad on her Instagram story by wishing Germany a good morning. Shortly after her casting was announced, she also posted a picture with her new hairstyle, which went from blonde to a very Trinity flavored, short and dark haired look. One thing I noticed though, is that she changed hair color in the middle of the San Francisco shoot. The tweet also says on location. Hallman also shared a training video on Twitter, is trained in jiu-jitsu, and has previously played multiple roles as warriors in the past. It is pretty safe to assume her character will be getting physical in The Matrix 4. But I'm not convinced that she is playing a younger version of Trinity either. So for this video, I had to really think hard about what kind of character could utilize Hallman's skill set. Then I remembered Saga, from the Matrix comic Run Saga Run. Now in the comic, the character is blonde, but Hallman could have shot scenes in San Fran as a blonde before dyeing her hair black. Saga was one of the Oracle's potentials, who was on the rebellious side and decided to sneak out, only to wind up being chased by agents inside the Matrix. One part of her escape was jumping off the roof of a building. I've mentioned before that many people assume this San Francisco leaked stunt footage is supposed to be Trinity catching Neo, but as I've pointed out, the stuntman being caught is actually blonde, unlike a long black-haired Keanu Reeves. If you look closely, I wouldn't be surprised if the stuntman is a stand-in for Sense8 actor Max Riemel. The German actor who played Wolfgang is no stranger to a Wachowski action sequence. A blonde male character within the Matrix universe that could fit the bill is the Effectuator from The Matrix Online. The Effectuator was a construct specialist who worked for the Merovingian, and if this scene takes place inside of a training construct instead of the Matrix, it could also explain how characters other than the one can fly. Next is actor Toby Onwumere, who played Capheus in Sense8. I haven't seen any leaked photos of him on set, but we do know that he is on location in Germany. I'll put him down as a live-action Kryptos for now. Kryptos was the leader of the Cypher organization who I mentioned in the Cypher Explained video here on this channel. Speaking of Cypherites, Sense8 actress Arundhira Ibarra and Sense8 actor Brian J. Smith are both on location in Germany, have been training together, and are seen together in these photos taken in San Francisco. Actor Brian J. Smith had a lead role in Sense8 as police officer Will Gorski, and Arundhira Ibarra had a supporting role as Daniela. Due to her extremely unique hairstyle, I'll put Arundhira Ibarra down as Vale, who was the Cypherite mission controller in The Matrix Online, which, based on this image, could make Brian J. Smith a solid candidate to play a live-action G-Maskerd, who was also a Cypherite operative. Originally, I thought Brian J. Smith could have been cast to play Agent White, who is seen in both the Matrix comics and the Path of Neo video game, but clearly he isn't dressed like an agent. Instead, actor Chris Sean Reed could easily step into that Agent White role since he has a previous history as a stuntman. Actor Yahya Abdul-Mateen II is heavily rumored to be playing a young Morpheus or the son of Morpheus. I already made a whole video about my theory on how I think his Matrix 4 character will play out in the Meeting with Morpheus video here on this channel. So for this video, I'll put Yahya Abdul-Mateen down for playing a Morpheus sim. In a menshealth.com article, Yahya said, quote, "Right now I'm in Germany for 5 months. I'm here filming The Matrix 4 and The Matrix 4 is dope." End quote. So we finally have an estimate of how long they will be shooting in Berlin. Let's move on to actress Jessica Henwick, who we know is on location in Germany and has action experience from her role in Game of Thrones, as well as starring as Colleen Wing in the Iron Fist series. She is rumored to be playing a Neo-like character, and she could be the only new actor to the Matrix franchise who could be leaving clues about her role on social media. First, she posted a Truman Show reference on her IG story from Berlin, and then she changed her profile to include the nickname Jess Wick. Could the combination of the Truman Show and John Wick references be clues to suggest that Jessica Henwick will indeed be playing a Neo-like character or even the main character? These questions made it very difficult to find an existing character within the Matrix universe. Until I remembered Sarah Edmonton's. She was a character in the Matrix Online whose story never got a chance to be fully developed or finished. The character had disappeared from a hospital, walking under her own power despite having been on life support machines for over a month with almost zero brainwave activity. What made this character stand out is that the name Sarah Edmonton's is an anagram for Thomas Anderson. Many players of the game suggested that she could be the next one, or even potentially the secret offspring of Neo and Trinity. When asked about the character, game developer Rarebit said, quote, "Novalis 2 and Sarah Edmonton's were side stories by other people that I did not take up myself, because I didn't feel like I had sufficient understanding from how they were initially presented by others of how they could tie into the story of the Matrix as a whole." Unfortunately, that storyline never got fleshed out, but perhaps Jess Wick will be able to pick things back up in the Matrix 4. If she is playing a Sarah Edmonton's-like character, it would certainly validate the new nickname Jess Wick. I also noticed that iZombie actor Andrew Caldwell is listed here as playing himself. I can only assume that Caldwell will be playing an actor in the Matrix 4, but I imagine it will be a small role. You can also see the variety of SWAT, military, FBI agent, swarm runners, and business roles that I am guessing are actors from the action sequences shot in San Francisco. Quick honorable mention, actor Michael Summers, who played the Bug in Sense8, was spotted dancing in the San Francisco streets with Lana Wachowski and Carrie-Anne Moss, so we'll have to see if he has a brief cameo in The Matrix 4. You can let me know what roles you think these actors will be playing in the comment section, and remember, as one realizes that one is a dream figure in another person's dream, that is self-awareness.